Hey everyone, welcome to my Facebook Live. A little late in the day, a little late in the week, but I am coming to you live from New York City. I tried to find a little quiet corner in the hotel that we're staying at, and anyway, so hopefully you can hear me okay. Well, I just wanted to, gosh, I was so excited. Hey Michelle. Hey Anne-Marie, thanks for coming on. Hey you guys. Hello Andrea. So I had the privilege of speaking to an amazing group last night in Queens, New York. I took the subway all by myself there. I was really proud of myself, and I had two lovely ladies go back with me when it was late at night, so I was really grateful. Andrea was one of them, and anyway, so we got back from Queens, got back down to Manhattan safe and sound, and I felt really grown up. So I don't know that I'm cut out for city life, but it is so fun to visit, and lots of amazing people here. I love the energy of New York City. So I just really quick wanted to share a little bit about what I spoke about last night. And what I spoke about was turning sabotage into success. And that, I feel like that is probably one of the biggest things that holds us back, as we find ways to sabotage things when they're going well. And sometimes you'll see it happen in different areas of your life. Sometimes it can happen in relationships. Sometimes it can happen with your money. Sometimes it can happen if you're trying to lose weight. Like, I think that's one of the really common ways that people feel self-sabotage, is they lose a little weight, and then they go back to like some of those same patterns, eating patterns that they went to before, kind of without even thinking about it. So I wanted to talk briefly about that and why sabotage happens, and then maybe we can clear a little bit about maybe what's holding you back. So as you're listening to this Facebook Live, think about one thing in your life that you feel like there's a sabotage pattern. And if you want to share that here and be brave, totally feel free to do that. So one of the things that's really important to recognize is that, you know, we have our conscious brain and our subconscious brain. And our conscious brain is really in charge of about 5% of what's going on in our lives, right? Our conscious brain is the part of us that sets our goals, makes plans, sets our intentions, takes the action, right? And then when our subconscious gets wind that you're trying to make some kind of improvement in your life, what happens is it starts to freak out, okay? And the reason that it freaks out is because, you know, you have all of these memories and experiences tucked away from your childhood, okay? Stuff that happens when we're little that embarrassed us, or we felt ashamed, or we felt like we got in trouble and didn't really understand why. So we develop these little fears about, you know, speaking up, and they come out as adults. Like, how have you ever seen like an adult kind of just freak out? Or maybe you've done that. You know, maybe you've gotten really mad about something, like just went from 0 to like mad, and didn't even, like, all of a sudden you're like, how did I get there? Well, I call that an adult temper tantrum, but what's happening is you are actually reacting to an emotion that you felt maybe when you were 3 or 4 or 7, you know, and when you didn't know how to handle the situation when you were little, it just gets stored and tucked away. And so you'll see that, as people are trying to get into teaching classes, or getting a new job, or interviewing for a job even, or maybe, I'm trying to think of some other examples, maybe in relationships, maybe things are going really well in your marriage or some other relationship, and then all of a sudden things just seem to be falling apart. And that's when you've hit a belief ceiling, okay? That subconscious has said, all right, you've gone as far as you can. Now I'm going back to, the 5-year-old experience where, someone told you no, or you got in trouble, or you got made fun of, and that's scary, and you shouldn't speak up, and that 5-year-old or 6-year-old voice comes out as adults. Anyway, oh, you guys are so cute. Thanks, Danae. Michelle, let me see what you said. I'm really great at bringing in money, but then things start falling apart, and I have to pay for unexpected things like the car needs to get fixed, or a big dental bill, which then brings me back, to the scarcity. That's really a perfect example of how our belief system, those hidden beliefs, can sabotage, the success. One thing that I know about Michelle, though, is that because, we work together on a very consistent basis, is that what she's bringing in is growing. Okay, so her belief in herself is expanding and expanding, and so you just keep working on it. So if you guys want to talk about money for a second, think about whatever you make right now is your money ceiling. Okay? And if you want to make more money, then you've got to work on those inner beliefs. And that's the only way I really know. I mean, I know people that, put hours and hours and years into, studying their education, and don't get the end results of what all their efforts are, right? I know people who are in sales and marketing and do the same thing. They're putting in all of this effort, but it doesn't match what they're getting out of it. And seriously, I have worked with people on every income level, from hardly anything to $50,000 or more a year. And there's a similar pattern that happens. Okay, so everyone comes to a ceiling in something in their life, and as long as you're paying attention to what that is, you can overcome it. So understanding and being aware of those things that are sabotaging, or things that are kind of falling apart, that's really important. But the next thing that's really important is to not be a victim of it. Okay, so when stuff happens and you talk about it, and it's oh, my, this has happened again, and I can't get out of this, and I don't know why the universe is, just doing this to me. I've been there before. I have felt that, things aren't going my way, and it's easy to want to blame, someone else for whatever's going wrong. But if you can just step away from that and really be loving to yourself, really just take a breath and just be okay with, okay, this is the situation in this moment. I'm going to just, let go of the frustration. I mean, that's really something that I have to practice on all the time. I have to practice all the time not being frustrated when things don't work out the way that I wanted them to, or in the timing that I wanted. And I'm going to tell you guys, as I've practiced that over the years, and I continue to practice it, things get better and better. Okay, so I don't know that there's one moment that you reach and then everything always goes perfectly in your life. I don't think that that's really going to happen. but the way that you can handle things can be perfect. Okay, there's a big difference there. And when you learn to handle things in a way that is in flow and in motion, and really like letting go of expectations, letting go of being really attached to the outcome, then things can actually work out for you quicker and easier. Not sure if that makes sense, but it's something that I have noticed, as I work on my own stuff and as I work with clients. And my clients that are most successful put into practice that specific thing, just practicing, like letting go of when things don't work out, and just like hand it over to God, hand it over to the universe, however that works for you. So think about that. Think about the last time you got frustrated with somebody, or you got frustrated with a situation. What was your reaction like? And have that intention that the next time you get in that situation, that instead of allowing yourself to get frustrated, that you just take a minute, you just take a breath, and you acknowledge, like, yeah, that was frustrating or that was disappointing, but I'm gonna let it go, and I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see how this is all gonna work out for the best. And just put that out there, and allow yourself to receive the next best thing that's coming to you. Okay, so a lot of times what happens is these belief systems that are hidden need help getting out. So if you feel like you're doing everything, but these little patterns of sabotage keep happening, then I think you would love getting into some coaching with me. I really do. I think that it's really important to have someone like they're guiding you, supporting you, helping you see the things that you don't see about yourself, especially the good things. We're really good about seeing the negative things about ourselves. And that's one thing that really sabotages our success, is when we only see the negative, or we see more negative than positive. I mean, that's all part of our personal development too, is learning how to let go of only focusing on the negative things. And so I know that when, many years ago, when my good friend Sharon said to me, "Jen, you need some help," that day changed my life. It really did. Like, I didn't know that I needed help, but she could see it. She could see that all I was doing was kind of being stuck in my victim stories, blaming other people for how I felt. And she had the guts enough to say, "Jen, get some help." And I was in enough pain and frustration at that point. I wanted things to be better, and I didn't know how to do that. I was able to open up and go to someone who did energy counseling or energy work, and it really has changed my life over the course of the years, and that's why I love what I do. So if you're ready to make some changes, reach out. Right now I have an amazing opportunity to coach with me and some group coaching. I have some openings available, so if you're interested in that, go to my website, reach out to me on Messenger and send me a message. You can request a call on my website at jenpoulson.com. And here's one thing that I told the group that I was talking to last night, because I recently had someone tell me this. This person said to me, "Jen, if you don't do anything, it's going to get worse." And that was a big motivation to me. And in this particular situation, I didn't want it to get worse. And so I reached out for some of my own help and my own, coaching. And so, for me, it's important to always have a coach. So take the leap. This is a new year's coming up. What do you want to be different in 2018? It's time to let go of all the junk, you guys. It's time to really like step into who you are. And so, you know, if you are ready to do that, if you're ready to have more confidence, if you're ready to let go of the past, if you're ready to just shine and step into success and just, wow, just have an amazing life, there's a place for you. There's a place for you in my coaching, and I'm excited to work with you, and I want to be there to support you every step of the way. It's a really loving, fun, powerful process. It's simple. If you want to know what that's like, if you have questions, then I'm happy to hop on the phone with you. We can talk about it for a minute. So anyway, I just want to leave this with you, and I hope you guys are having fun preparing for the holidays. If you are feeling a little stressed out, I've got some meditations on my website, on my free download page. I would love for you to check them out, see what you think, and really give yourself a few minutes every day just to be still and to be quiet and get centered and grounded. Those meditations are really pretty relaxing. So you can give those a try on my free download page, and yeah, just have a peaceful holiday. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for being on, and I will look forward to chatting with you again. Bye.